大家好。Good afternoon.
各位媒体女士先生、张理授代表，大家午安，欢迎参加今天2023年 Apec 领袖代表的国际记者会。那在记者会进行之前，首先向各位说明，今天进行的方式跟流程。在记者会进行的首先，那我们会请张领袖代表简单的跟大家致上问候。接下来我们就把时间留给大家，开放给各位来提问。今天记者会全程我们预计最晚在这个5点以前来结束。那由于今天出席的媒体朋友非常多，那也相当踊跃，所以为了让大家也都有机会可以跟张领袖代表来互动，所以稍后的这个媒体提问，我们建议是以每家媒体先一题为先。那么也为了方便领袖代表完整可以掌握各位的提问，那么也请各位在提问的时候先介绍一下您自己，还有代表的媒体。那同时提问时也请您稍微放大声量，然后放慢语速。那个谢谢大家的配合。
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the press conference with Dr. Maurice Chen, our leaders representative for 2023 APEC Economic Leaders Meeting. Before we start our meeting, I have some ground rules for today. So Dr. Chen will give a short remarks in the opening, and then we'll take questions. To allow everyone a chance to ask a question, please limit yourself to one question at a time. And please raise your hand, and our spokesperson, Mr. Alex Huang, will call on you, and our staff will pass over microphone to you. And please identify yourself, your name, and your media outlet you represent, so Dr. Chen could know who you are. And please also, when you ask your question, move your microphone close to you and speak your question clearly and loudly. Thank you so much.
谢谢各位。那么首先我们就请张领袖代表来向我们说几句话。
Well, I already greeted everyone when I came in. However, there was no response. Now, if you greet me now, I'll respond. Good afternoon to all of you. So that's my brief remark.
谢谢领袖代表。那么
Why don't we get on with the questions or whatever?
Okay. 那么我们就自然开始进行。那么我们是不是再开始开放提问？ OK， 那我们是不是首先从台湾的媒体团公视的那个佩萱？
领袖代表好，我是公视新闻的叶佩萱。
声音大点。
好，领袖代表好，我是公视新闻的叶佩萱。想请教这一次在 APEC 过程中有没有跟美国总统拜登进行一些双边会谈？那谈的内容大概是什么？ 可以跟我们说明一下，然后另外有没有跟中国国家主席习近平有进行一些交流，谈了什么 ？OK， 好 ，With President Biden， 你们有没有双边会谈？
我跟 President Biden 有相当多的互动，但是没有正式的所谓 双边会谈，但是有好几个资深的官员比方说是 Secretary of State Blinken， 比方说 是 Vice President Kamala， 比方说是白宫的这个经济的这个资深顾问Leo Brenner 我跟他们几位都有相当深入的讨论。
那另外关于就是有没有跟中国国家主席习近平有一些交流呢？
没有跟习主席有任何这个回答任何的这个谈话。
OK， 下一位，那个 Reuters 的 Michael。
Where are you? Oh, okay, all right.
Thank you. I am Michael Martina from Reuters. I just wanted to follow up on that question. Can you tell us what your conversations with President Biden and Secretary of State Blinken were like? Did you discuss Taiwan's election coming up next year? Thank you.
Well, my interactions with President Biden of a social, in fact, I might say, humorous nature. Did you ask about my conversation with Blinken? With Secretary Blinken, I mainly convey our strong desire for regional peace and prosperity, and also, to some extent, our very strong desire for increasing the supply chain resiliency.
OK， 下一位，那个尼凯的 Masahiro。
Hi.
Yes.
I'm Masao Okoshi from Nikkei, Japanese newspaper. I'd like to ask your perspective on the bilateral meeting between President Biden and President Xi Jinping. And you said last summer, globalization is almost dead. Is there any change in your assessment of global economy?
These are two separate issues, right? Two separate.
So,
first, you asked me my
perspective on the outcome of the
perspective of
bilateral
Biden and the Xi Jinping
meeting.
Well, you probably, as reporters, you probably know more about the conversation than I do. But I read what you have written. Or in your case, have you written anything? Or have you? Well, anyway, I read what you have written. And my observation is that this is a good meeting, Xi Jinping and Biden. A good meeting, and it tends to relax the tension. It re-established the communication channel, and I think it's a good meeting. That's my perspective. And your second question?
Is there any change in your assessment to the world economy after the bilateral meeting?
Any change in what?
In your perspective about the structure of the world economy. So after the
globalization. That's why I said at one time, at least in chips, globalization is almost dead. At least in chips, free trade is almost dead. I stand on what I said.
下一位，那个 TVBS 李佳慧。
代表你好，我是倪家辉 ，TVBS 的记者。我们知道说，虽然用数字来评价你这一次的成果，并不应该，但我们还是想要问说，您大概和多少的官员或领袖见面？那谁没和您谈晶片？
谁没有跟我谈晶片啊？很多官员，我想很多人根本就不知道晶片哦，恐怕我们anyway, to answer your question seriously, 他们跟我谈晶片的人是不多anyway 大概不谈晶片的，这是你的问题嘛？谁没有跟我谈晶片？一半以上。
谈晶片的有什么内容可以跟我们分享？
我说出来，也许你认为好笑啊。他们问我晶片到底是怎么一回事？It's true.
OK， 下一位。好，那个 Bloomberg。
I'm Anna Swanson with the New York Times. Can I ask you, Dr. Chang, what is your view of the investments that the United States is making in semiconductors? Will these investments be effective, and what will this mean for the U.S.-Taiwan relationship?
I'm sorry, would you repeat your question? What is the what?
Your view of the investments that the United States is making in semiconductors in the United States to build up chip facilities.
What is, you are talking about the CHIPS Act?
The CHIPS Act, yeah.
Well, actually, you know the numbers, and you can look at that number. I think it was 52 billion, but about 39 is for subsidies of investment. Do we resonate? All right. Now, if you compare those numbers to the capital investments that only just TSMC makes, TSMC makes on the average $30-some billion a year. So, the CHIPS Act, $39 billion is for subsidy over a number of years. TSMC is spending that much or even more than that every year.
Are you saying it's too small to be effective, or?
Well, no, I didn't say that. You didn't ask that either.
Is it too small to be effective?
Are you asking now?
Yes.
Well, I will answer by just repeating what I said almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago now, in a podcast when I was talking with Dr. Ryan Hess, and my answer to him at that time was that anything like what the CHIPS Act was going to appropriate would be a wasteful exercise in futility.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Okay, next question. Okay, Nippon TV.
Thank you so much. My name is Taka Abe with Japan's Nippon TV. So Dr. Chan, TSMC is constructing a plant in Kumamoto Prefecture. Could you tell us how you are planning to expand your business in Japan?
Would you repeat that? I didn't hear what you said.
I'm talking about TSMC is constructing a plant in Kumamoto Prefecture.
Oh, Kumamoto.
Yeah.
Well,
so how do you expand your business in Japan?
Is this a TSMC
Yes.
question?
Yes.
Well, you should ask TSMC.
but I'm here, so.
And I'm serious because, I really don't know all the details of TSMC's business.
And how do you see semiconductor industry in Japan? How do you see future for Japan's?
Well, of course, I know in general that TSMC's Japan progress is quite good. The current TSMC, I know that in general, as I said. And I also know from my past experience with Japan's semiconductor industry that Japan has a very strong potential or very strong potential competitive advantage in semiconductor manufacturing.
Next， 工商时报。
我是工商的月华，我想问一下，就是我们这次双边会谈有谈到供应链韧性的部分是谈了什么？因为很多国家在关心。那还有在半导体跟台积电的部分有没有谈到什么？尤其是跟那个美国白宫的官员有没有谈到晶片的部分？
对不起，
我想问一下，就是供应链韧性的部分，就是跟各国
什么
供应链韧性，然后跟各国聊到了什么？
供应链的韧性怎么样？
聊到了什么？各国的看法，或是您提出的看法？
供应链的韧性，各国的看法。我想各国都希望所有的供应链都比较更为韧性。不过这个好像是，这是你要问的吗？
对，因为他们说你跟其他国家都有谈到供应链的部分，所以想说要了解这一块。
那我谈到的部分是主要还是在这个电子的供应链方面，尤其是在这个半导体的供应链方面。大家都希望这个供应链比较更为韧性。那我也跟他们讲了，我们的确就以台积电而言吧，就不但最近几年是非常强力的，是增加在台湾的产能，而且还在美国跟日本投资了蛮多产能所以我们正在很努力的增加这个半导体供应链的这个韧性。
那我们在美国就是台积电的部分，还有在扩厂的计划吗？
我现在根本就还是现在还没有产了，所以还没有。根本还没有生产了，任何增加都是扩产了。
Okay, next. AFP. Okay.
张领袖代表你好，我是 KTSF 26台的记者古林佳。I'm a reporter with KTSF TV. It's a Chinese TV station in San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome to San Francisco. My question is, as we know you have attended so many Apec summits, can you compare this time is hosted by America? And you also share about your interaction with the U.S. officials. So can you compare with this meeting compare this meeting with previous meeting you have attended? Do you feel the firm friendship by the U.S. government? Thank you.
Compare this meeting with previous meetings with respect to location and what?
Not the location, but because you have attended so many Apec summits, and this time it's hosted by the U.S. And what's your feedback? What's the impressive? What impressed you most?
Well, of course. I do want to talk about location a bit. I love San Francisco, and coming back to San Francisco, this must be the maybe 1,000th time I've been here, maybe 1,000 times. Coming back to San Francisco, I think is great. Now, as far as the meeting itself is concerned, I certainly have seen more high-level, important officials this time than the previous times, because the previous times I was never in a U.S. location. And the previous meetings that I attended, the previous APEC meetings I attended, were all held outside the U.S. So this is the first time that I have attended that's in the U.S., and I've certainly seen more high-level U.S. officials than in any past meetings.
Next question. 嘉文。
领袖代表你好，我是三立新闻的记者，我是陈嘉文。有一个问题想要请教哦，因为您刚刚有提到，在 Apec 整个会议当中，有非常多的领袖代表关心这个半导体的供应链的这个韧性。但是在美国的政界，其实有一个说法，他们认为是说，这个美国护卫台海的稳定，其实是有个期限。那个期限就是这个半导体能不能独立，类似这个 R&D Center 会不会就是离开台湾？如果他们离开了台湾之后，
对不起，你后两句是什么？你说？
他是在美国的政界有一个说法，他们是认为说，美国护卫台海。就是直到这个半导体独立之前，就是说，在这个如果 R&D Center 还在台湾的话，那他们就会持续的保护台湾。那如果没有的话，那他们就不一定会这么努力了。你自己认同这样子的看法吗？
这个，假如有你这个都是很 hypothetical， 我不加评论啊，因为这个事实上是只要看这个表面，我想就不是。这样子的第一，我刚刚也在讲了，这个要在美国就重新再去建立像台积电这样的 capacity， 简直是一个不可能的事情，在短时期当中是一个不可能的事情，这个都是你刚刚讲的都是臆测吧？我是觉得你是什么报纸啊？
三立电视。三立电视，因为这个说法我是三立电视，因为这个说法是这个美国的另一个总统的参选人，他有提到这样子的说法，所以我们想来听听看你的意见。
历任谁？历任什么？
匿名总统参选人，
是美国的总统参选人。
对。
有过类似的说法，是应该是一位而已啦。
其中一名。
对。
是谁啊？
那个嘉伟，这个是不是后面再补充，或者是 OK？ 好，那我们就 next question。那个读卖新闻。
Hi, my name is Yuko Bukai from Japanese newspaper Yomiuri Dumai Shinwan. And my question is about your today's meeting with Prime Minister Kishida, Japanese Prime Minister. What was the talk about the security in the Taiwan Strait? And also, I want to know about what was your talk about chip investments between to Japan? Thank you.
Today we did not specifically talk about the Taiwan Strait because, simply because we both know where the other party stands. I mean, we both Japan and Taiwan want peace in Taiwan Strait. Yeah, we both know that. So there was no reason to repeat that. So in today's meeting, we did not specifically talk about Taiwan Strait.
What about the other one, like a chip investment in Japan? Chip, but semiconductors?
Mr. Kishida, Prime Minister Kishida, expressed satisfaction and pleasure in TSMC's investment in Japan.
Okay, next question. AP.
张先生你好，我是美联社唐弟弟。我的问题是，在这次 Apec 会议当中，除了和美方高级官员谈话以外，你有没有和别的 Apec 成员的国家领袖有会谈？这些会谈的内容主要涉及哪一方面？在多大程度上，台湾可以减少对中国大陆的经济的依赖性？谢谢。
我是跟除了因为刚刚开头的那个问题是问我跟美国的这个互动那我就讲了跟美国官员。事实上，你说假如是讲我跟这次会议的领袖有什么互动我想我跟超过一半以上的这个领袖一共只有20几个国家我想我跟10几个国家都有谈话，都有互动，那你还有问题吗？
问题是你跟他们谈了什么？然后有多大？你和这些领袖谈了什么？在多大程度上可以减少对中国大陆的经济的依赖性？
我没有跟他们谈经济的依赖性他们的经济依赖，我只是，可是他们的这个我跟他们谈的题目，也是都是集中在这个和平、这个经济发展以及供应链的这个韧性的这几个题目。
Next question. OK， 那个Taiwan Plus.
Dr. Chang, I'm Joyce Sun from Taiwan Plus News. If I could ask, as we're wrapping up your 7th time representing Taiwan for APEC, is there a lingering issue that is in the back of your mind that will kind of be keeping you up? As you wrap up, sorry. As you wrap up your 7th time representing Taiwan at the APEC summit, is there a lingering issue that's going to be at the back of your head leaving this year's summit?
I'm sorry, I still do not. Do you understand? Maybe you can repeat the question.
Shorten your question, summarize to the point only, not background or context.
Is there a topic that's...
Yeah. 你能不能够你想懂的话，能够 repeat 他的 question？
Is there a topic that's still in the back of your mind out of this year's summit?
Slowly, please.
Is there an issue from this year's summit that...
Is there issue on...
from this year's talks... from this year's talks...
Business talk?
That's still going to keep you up at night?
今年有什么议题您还是有特别想要谈或者是特别想要讲的部分？
跟谁啊？我并不是要你 translate， 我要你 repeat 他的话。假如你听得懂的话，
Or is there a topic that you didn't get to discuss at this year's talks?
Is there any topic that I didn't get to discuss in this conference?
That you wish to bring up?
I discuss every topic I wanted to discuss. There's no topic that I want to discuss, that I wanted to discuss, I didn't discuss.
Okay, the next.
Hello, Dr. Chang. My name is Naomi Lim and I'm with the Washington Examiner. Just to follow up on my colleague's question, can Taiwan reduce its economic dependence on China?
Oh, I mean, that's a general question. Can Taiwan reduce its dependence, its economic dependence on China? No, I mean, that you should ask an economic official that, a Taiwan economic official that. In fact, I'm not even sure that your question is entirely logical. I mean, apparently, you think that Taiwan cannot reduce its... Well, anyway, I think that question should be asked of an economic affairs official in Taiwan. Perhaps...
Okay, next question. 那个蓝衣服的那位，不好意思，我没有认出。
谢谢，你好，我是美国之音的记者丽亚。张博士你好。第一个问题，您怎么看美国政府对中国实施的高科技产品，尤其是高端芯片的出口管制？在这个问题上，您在峰会期间是否跟美方有过交流？
我在峰会的这个就这几天了，是没有跟美国。事实上我是表示，我是支持这个美国的那种当然他们多有效是另外一个问题，但是我们这个至少以台积电而言，会完全这个支持这个美国的这个它的这个禁运啦这些东西。
我可以再补问一个问题好吗？
我们是不是先一个问题 ？OK, next.
代表好，我是那个中央广播电台的记者谢嘉欣。我想请问一个题目是，您刚刚提到说该讲了、想讲的都有讲了，那您认为有完成蔡总统交付您的4个任务吗？
我完成了，他要我就是传递的4个讯息你记不记得那4个讯息那请你一个一个讲出来。你不记得的话，你问我干嘛？他叫我传到4个讯息，我都传到了。
这边 ，OK，
张博士您好，我是自由亚洲电台的记者孙成。我的问题是，您觉得您的这次 APEC 之行，可不可以说是一次成功的这个参会呢？如果您觉得成功的话，您觉得您这次 APEC 之行最大的成果是什么呢？谢谢。
这个并不是很多事情都不是能够以成功或者失败来表达的比方说这次吧我认为我的任务就是传达蔡总统要我传达的4个讯息，那我觉得我已经做到了，所以你说这是成功吗？假如你说是成功，我也同意你。假如说你这个不是成功，那我要问你什么时候才算成功？Anyway， 我做到了这个蔡总统给我的任务，就是要传达，就是要全力传达这4个讯息。
Okay, next question.
Hi, thank you very much. Francesca Chambers, USA Today. You said, sir, that you met with Vice President Kamala Harris while you were at the conference. For how long did you meet? Was it your first time meeting her? And what was your impression?
What was my what?
Your impression. What was your impression of her?
Impression. We met for, I would say, about nearly 30 minutes, between 20 and 30 minutes. And this was not the first time I met her. I met her last year in Bangkok at the APEC meeting in Bangkok last year. She represented President Biden that time. So I met with her there also. And my impression is she is a very sharp, very capable Vice President.
Okay, next question.
张领袖代表您好，我是台湾数位时代主笔陈修贤。我有一个问题，the U.S. Commerce Department, their CHIPS office, they draw up the plan to revitalize the U.S. semiconductor industry, targeting by 2030 to build multiple world-leading semiconductor manufacturing clusters in the U.S. as well as developing next-generation technologies. How will this affect Taiwan in 10 years' time? As well as how will this affect like semiconductor industry in Korea over the coming decade?
当然这个是对无论是对台湾或者是对 Korea， both Korea and South Korea and Taiwan will have new competition. But frankly, if you are in this business, if you are in any business, particularly semiconductor business, competition is something that you cannot avoid. And we have Taiwan and both Korea and Taiwan have really gone through a lot of competition to get to where they are now. So new competition should not be anything new to them. Yeah.
Okay, next. Sorry.
Hi there, Gavin Bade with Politico. Sir, I wonder if I can get your opinion on United States trade policy. The Biden administration is in ongoing negotiations with Taiwan, but those talks don't include everything that the Taiwanese government wants.
The last sentence I didn't get.
Oh, but the talks do not include tariffs or market access, things that the Taiwanese government would like. Can I get your opinion on that, and also on the U.S. actions at the World Trade Organization, sir?
Well, I will ask John Dunn, who is the trade representative of Taiwan now.
Yeah. David, shall we talk later, or we can talk later.
How come you have that privilege? I
don't. Yes, Kevin. Thank you very much for the question. We would like very much to talk about market access with the United States. But we also understand this is not a decision U.S. government wants to do now. So we expect we continue to discuss that with U.S. government. As to U.S. action in WTO, we think they have particular concern, which we understand. We also understand it is a multilateral forum, and the U.S. and all other members, including Taiwan, we all need to find a solution to find how to settle this reform that we are all working on now. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Beyi from AFP News Agency. With the meeting between Presidents Joe Biden and President Xi Jinping, both sides agreed to resume military communication. How do you assess the outcomes of their meeting when it comes to the long-term stability and security of Taiwan? And are you optimistic about more stable relations between the U.S. and China? Thank you.
Would you repeat that question for me?
Yeah. Regarding the Bai-Xi meeting, they resumed the military communication. How would you assess the outcome of the U.S.-China relationship in the long term, and also about the stability of Taiwan Strait?
Well, I think that I really think it was a good meeting. It was good news that they resumed the military communications, and I think that it should help to reduce the tension between the United States and China, and it should increase the stability of Taiwan Strait.
Next question.
领袖代表你好，我是中央社记者曾志怡。我想请问一下，因为刚刚主要是提到跟美国之间的互动，那跟美国以外的国家双边会谈，大概有谈到哪些议题呢？谢谢。
这个问题我刚刚已经回答过了，就是。
那请问一下，就是有美国以外是有跟哪一些国家？
你假如说是互动，假如说是就是大家在这个 launch 里头讲几句话当然我不包括这种客气的话，讲几句比较 serious 的话那我跟一半以上这个领袖都有这种谈话，那题目我也讲了，就不外于这个和平跟经济发展，当然还有这个韧性，这个供应链的韧性，当然也有些是关于这个半导体。因为半导体，事实上，半导体一直到2-3年以前吧，很少人有足够的好奇心去问，到底这是什么一回事啊？最近2-3年，忽然大家都注意半导体了，那的确有很多领袖是他们问我，这半导体是。到底是为什么是这个那么难做为什么你在台湾你们在台湾把它做成了等等等等那样好奇的对半导体的兴趣是在几年当中突然增加了。很多。
Next.
Any question?
Maybe later.
On the back.
On the back.
Gentleman on the back. Gentleman on the back.
我想应该也是最后的1-2个 question.
Hi, my name is John Ruwich, and I'm with National Public Radio back over here. You said you had no interaction with, back at this corner here, sir, you had no interaction with Xi Jinping. Did anybody from the Chinese Taipei delegation have any interactions with members of the Chinese delegation or the Hong Kong delegation?
I don't know. And they aren't all here. So I don't think we can give you an answer.
最后2个问题。
Last 2 questions.
我们让刚刚都还没有问到那个自由时报子琳。
领袖代表你好，我是自由时报记者子琳。我想请问的是，您在跟其他国家的领袖或是官员互动时，他们会不会担心台海的稳定会影响到供应链韧性？谢谢。
他们会担心台海的
和平影响到供应链。
我想，这个我想不是领袖也会想到的。假如是这个没有和平了，当然供应链也没有了我想。不是领袖也都想到的，连我都想到的。OK， 我只是领袖代表而已。OK， 所以你问这个领袖会不会想到了什么？他没有，不过他们不跟我提这些的，因为I mean it's so elementary, you know.
Okay, the next. 这一位你在手机后面这位是谁？ Sorry.
I feel very lucky, you know. So, Dr. Chang, I'm Liam. I'm from U Channel, situated in Silicon Valley. We are a non-profit media organization. One of our missions is to be our own observer and storyteller for Chinese American. We are very interested in the TSMC development in Arizona, Phoenix. I know TSMC has some difficulty there, maybe due to cultural differences, I don't know. Can you tell us more about that? And if possible, are you willing to use your influence to let us to observe there, to record the whole process there?
May I interrupt you there?
Yeah, I'm done.
You should really ask those questions of TSMC. Yeah.
I know. Just want to ask you a favor, like use your influence to.
No, I mean, if I answer you, TSMC may even fire me as the founder. Okay.
But then tell us about how's it going there. How's it going in the Phoenix, Arizona?
Well, in general, I think they are solving the problems one by one. There have been problems, but they are solving the problem. And the U.S. government, both the federal government and the state government and the municipal Phoenix government, they are all helping us to solve whatever problems we have. Yeah.
时间关系谢谢各位今天的参与，谢谢领袖代表这段时间跟我们的互动，谢谢各位。
Thank you all for joining us today and have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
真的可以帮助入睡。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌是国家认证 AB 克菲尔益生菌，含7种有身份证的专利活菌，能产生伽巴、色氨酸等助眠因子，难怪吃了更快入睡，也睡得更好。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌也是台湾市场上唯一添加克菲尔乳杆菌 M1 的产品。这是由台湾知名的大学季转，对季节敏感、调整体质的朋友，真的是一大福音。还有这支还添加被称为超级食物的羽衣甘蓝萃取物。不少研究都指出，十字花科蔬菜有助抗炎及防癌，像是羽衣甘蓝含有高量的叶黄素、贝塔胡萝卜素、维生素 K、维生素 C、叶酸等丰富营养素。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌专利制成，无塑化剂、无重金属、无人工添加物、无410项农药、无香料调味剂、无防腐剂、无色素，7大保证、7大认证，觉得好安心。每日克菲尔时刻美好 ，Good Feel Feel Good， 快点购下单！太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌。